When my wife found out that her first love had died, she jumped off the cruise ship during our honeymoon and ended her life. That's when I realized she had never gotten over Tyler. Reborn back to our teenage years, she didn't hesitate to shake off my hand and walk straight toward her first love. I watched them leave together, then turned away. From that moment on, our lives became two parallel lines that would never cross. 10 years later, we meet again at a lavish gala in Rivendell. She was now the rising star of high society, proudly clinging to Tyler's arm as they made their entrance. When she saw me crash the gala in search of someone, she couldn't help but advise me, "Why are you still obsessed with me? Even if you've waited 10 years, I'll never love you." I ignored her and pulled my son out of the corner where he had been sneaking cake. Her eyes instantly reddened as she grabs my hand in a panic. "You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Didn't you say you'd only ever love me in this life?" I never thought I'd see Regina again in this lifetime at a high society gala in Rivendell. She stood in the center of the crowd with her arm linked with Tyler's. Her smile was elegant and refined, nothing like the girl I once knew. The people surrounding them all wore flattering smiles, their voices full of praise. "Ms. Peterson, you're incredible, landing a state-level project at such a young age. Your future is limitless, and this must be your partner, right? What a perfect couple. You two are made for each other." Tyler glanced at Regina with tenderness in his eyes and said softly, "We're planning to get married by the end of the year. If you're free, we'd love for you all to join us at the wedding." "Congratulations," echoed all around. Then someone asked curiously, "I heard you've been together for 10 years. Why wait until now to get married?" That question caught my attention too. In her last life, Regina loved Tyler so much that she was willing to die for him. After she was reborn, she broke up with me right away. I always thought they would have married soon after graduation. Yet here they were, still without a marriage certificate. For a brief moment, Regina's smile stiffened. Then, she quickly covered it up with a graceful laugh. "Career first, then family. I just want to give Tyler the best life possible." She gazed at him with such affection that it nearly overflowed. Back when we were together in our previous life, I proposed to her several times. Only after her family pressured her into it did she say yes. It turned out that love and indifference were worlds apart. I was about to leave when I caught sight of a small figure from the corner of my eye. Instinctively, I followed. Crash. Champagne spilled across the floor. A waiter holding a tray glared at me in annoyance. "Where did you come running from? Don't you watch where you're going?" His voice was loud enough to draw everyone's attention. Seeing my face, Regina was stunned. "Daniel, what are you doing here?" I lowered my head and apologized to the waiter. "I'm here looking for someone." Someone nearby asked curiously, "Miss Peterson, you know him?" Her hand tightened slightly around her glass, her expression darkening. "Yes, he's my ex." A whisper broke out from the crowd. "Wait, you two dated? But you and Tyler have been together for 10 years. I thought you were each other's first love." Tyler's smile faltered slightly. Still holding Regina's hand, he said lightly, "That was years ago. We took a break after a nasty fight. Who hasn't made mistakes when they were young?" Regina said nothing. Her gaze flicked past me and landed on the waiter. "Put the damages on my tab. Let him go." Her tone was calm and distant. Aside from that brief moment of surprise, she didn't spare me a single unnecessary glance. It was clear she wanted to draw a line between us in front of Tyler. The waiter quickly shoved me toward the exit. "Miss Peterson's doing you a favor, but don't count on it happening again." His eyes raked over my wrinkled sleepwear with disdain. "You don't belong here. Get out." I shook off his hand and said nicely, "I'm just here to find someone. Once I do, I'll leave on my own." The waiter rolled his eyes. "I've seen plenty like you who try to climb the social ladder. People like you don't belong at this kind of event. Keep this up, and I'll get security right now." "Wait." Regina's voice came from behind him. Holding the hem of her gown, she sighed and looked helplessly at me. "He came here for me."